Welcome to the video. I was trying to talk more normal in the beginning. We are headed to Walmart right now, and we basically don't get out of the house at this point in our postpartum journey. We're actually almost a month postpartum. That's insane. I can't even fathom that. He'll be a month old on Monday. Today is Friday, so we're almost at a month, which has flown by, which I figured was going to happen. I think the second time around is probably the pregnancy went by faster. I think the actual, especially newborn days will just go by so much faster because there's just more going on. Obviously, I have 2 kids now, and so there's just more, but it's been really great. Everything's going really well. He likes the car so far, so that's really good. Zion didn't really like the car. I feel like even at this stage, didn't love it. I mean, it wasn't like his favorite thing for sure. But, he was always an easy baby. He just never liked to sleep in the car or anything like that. He's only just recently, he's almost 2.5, gotten to the point where he will occasionally nap in the car if he's, exhausted. So, I'm hoping Lazarus is more of a car napper, just because on those days where it's you don't have a choice, if you have to be on the road or whatever, it's hard with a younger baby if he literally won't nap in the car. When they get older, they can kind of skip or whatever. At least Zion does sometimes. But so yeah. Anyway, we're heading to Walmart. We don't really need much. Honestly, I just kind of need to get out once in a while. There's not a whole lot to do. But I've enjoyed time at home. I'm on maternity leave still, which you guys know if you've watched any videos. I work mostly from home, which has happened after COVID, and it's one of the greatest things ever, I'll be honest. I really enjoy that. I'm definitely a work from home kind of person. But I do have 2 days a week that I go to the office, and not including Sunday for church and Wednesday night for church. Obviously, those are requirements as well as a pastor. But anyway, I am on maternity leave, so I have been just truly on maternity leave. We've been to church once during this time, which was Zion. We actually started going back just regularly right away, but nothing against going to church. Obviously, I've been in church my whole life. I really enjoy church and the community aspect and all of that. I think it's important. I think it's great, but we have really just kind of taken a full break from just about everything. I have very rarely in my life ever done that, especially when it comes to church stuff. So this weekend, I actually had one more weekend that I could take off from leading. This time around, I had a little bit more time off than last time available to me, which was really nice. But I ended up I'm going back this weekend because I'm going to be there anyway. Mandy's going to drum, and that was kind of the plan already. And I was going to go with them and all of that. So I just kind of figured, I'll just try it out. I'm just going to go ahead and lead. I'm not leading everything. I've delegated some things. I'm still kind of taking it a little bit easier. I know it's going to be a lot. I'm going to have the baby in a carrier during practice. And then a friend is holding him during the worship set, which that part is obviously the shortest part of the whole thing. It's 20 minutes. But the leading up to that is what kind of takes a while. And Sundays, if you're a pastor with kids, and I think for Manny and I, maybe a little bit more so than some people, because I see a lot of people. I watch a lot of pastors on TikTok and different leaders and stuff. And typically, I feel like it's that one of them is going to the church on Sundays, and then the other one is staying home, which both jobs are obviously a lot. But one of them is staying home, getting kids ready, and has a little bit maybe longer in the morning to do that, and then they come later on. But Manny and I both go at the same time, and we both do the same stuff. So that kind of takes, we're both essentially doing a job at the same time and have the kids, so it just takes a little bit longer to get ready for that. And so I'm going to try to get up extra early on Sunday, and just see how this goes as the first time leading worship as a mom of 2. So far, I have a very positive outlook of the journey of having 2 kids. I don't want to say, I'll keep telling people, obviously there's difficult, or not difficult, different difficulties. Just I only have 2 hands, and I could really use more some days. But it hasn't really been hard. I wouldn't call it hard. It's, there's different obstacles, obviously. But I really don't think it's hard for us. It's just really been flowed really well. He just fits really well. It feels like he's always been here. And I think, we've both been really hands-on with Zion. He doesn't go to any childcare. We don't do anything like that. Nothing wrong with it. But he just never has needed to do that, and we've never felt led for him to do that at this point. And we just love having him with us at all times. I feel more comfortable with it, honestly. And so because we're so hands-on with him, I feel like we're always taking care of a kid. You know, we're just very used to that. So adding another one, I feel like we were already doing those things. I was telling my friend Krista that the other day. It's just kind of like more of what we were already doing. And so it's not like anything wildly different, you know. One of them is just way smaller. It's like really shocking how little newborns are when you have a very large toddler that you're now used to, you know. And everybody kept telling me Zion's gonna seem huge when I get back from the hospital, and he did. He was so much heavier, and it was literally one day. It was the next day. So it really puts into perspective, like, wow, you know, 8 pounds versus 35 is a pretty big difference. And so it's just been crazy to see, like, you know, how much growth Zion has had. I see it, but when you see it every day, it's probably harder to see than it is, you know, for other people looking from the outside. So it's been really cool just to kind of experience that. Zion loves him. He takes really good care of him. He's really good with him. And it's been really, really nice just to have both of them. And it's been years. I mean, you know, I keep telling everybody this because I think it's so interesting, but they were conceived the same day because they're IVF babies. So in 2020, September 2020, they were both conceived, and Zion happened to be transferred first. I believe it was definitely, you know, designed that way by God. I think he's supposed to be the older brother. I just feel that way. But Zion was the first one. Usually with IVF, they pick the best quality embryo first, but they were the same. They were graded the same way. So they just kind of randomly picked with them, which I think is insane because it could have been the other way, you know. But they picked Zion first to be transferred, and then we waited a couple years after that and transferred Lazarus. So it's kind of crazy. You probably lost a little pass here, yeah, because we stopped too. Doesn't really like to stop in the car. I think that's pretty much every kid ever. But yeah, anyway, so it's been a long time waiting, you know, to have both of them because we've known about both of them. And that's what's kind of different. You know, we didn't know they were both boys or anything like that, but we knew we had two, and we were both very convinced both transfers would work, which they did, thank God. And so I think, you know, for me, it's been really nice to just have both of them. We had this other baby that was in cryopreservation for a couple of years, and we, you know, knew about him. We didn't know who he was or anything, but we knew he was there. And I think it's been really just like, we feel complete, you know, now that he's actually with us and not just in cryopreservation where we're hoping that he's going to get to come home with us. You know, it was kind of stressful, honestly, just hoping that this would work for a couple of years, you know, knowing that he was there. So really, really blessed, really excited. But we're going to run to Walmart. Zion specifically wants cookies and hot dogs. So we're going to make that happen and get a few just little snacks. We're not going to go overboard. It's just everything is so expensive, and I feel like we go to Walmart every 5 minutes. So we're trying to budget a little bit better with our groceries because I have a hard time with that, to be honest. If I want something in Walmart, I'm probably just going to get it. And that's not always the best, so trying to watch that. We don't need a whole lot of things, so we're going to keep it kind of simple. Okay, so we're home from Walmart, and I'm going to make a quick drink because I wanted to recreate the new Starbucks drinks for holiday stuff. So I'm going to try one of the chai drink that they have for holiday. Manny's recording me. And I don't know where he put the chai that I use. So I'm going to make a TikTok about it tomorrow. Do you know where you put it?
Mommy.
Oh. I always think that's chicken broth.
Mommy.
Yeah? I'm going to get your stuff too. It's the chai that I use. It's really good. Very good. Tomorrow I'm going to make it and put a couple shots of espresso in it, but really good. Tastes like Christmas. I'm trying to look at you. Oh. Oh, sweet. Oh, you a hug? He likes your hair, Zaza. He's snuggling your hair.
watch. Mama, watch.
Your watch?
Yep. What's your phone?
A watch?
Yep.
You gonna tell him what you're eating?
Eat.
I'm eating ice. Yeah, he really likes crushed ice.
What at the bed?
His voice is a little bit raspy today. I don't think he's sick or anything. He's just, yesterday it was like that too. He just gets affected by dry air. We have a humidifier going in our bedroom, but he gets nosebleeds and just gets dry sounding hoarse voice when it gets a little drier. So I think that's all it is, but I want him to have a little bit more hydration. And he wasn't wanting water right now, so we're doing ice. Hello, so it is Wednesday. We're headed to Walmart. I feel like every time I started a vlog clip, we're heading to Walmart. We go to Walmart a lot. But we have a pickup today at Walmart because every time we go into Walmart nowadays and try to do a full-blown grocery shop, it's never a good experience. It's not bad, but obviously just having like 2 kids, one of them being a newborn, like one of them is a toddler that likes to be held and not to sit in the cart, and just things like that. Like, it's nothing bad that's happening, but it's just physically, like, it's a lot of work. So we're gonna try to, anytime we do the big grocery, I mean, we still obviously run into Walmart, but for like actual grocery stuff, we're trying to do more pickup. I don't know why we kind of don't do that a lot of the time, but I honestly don't like to do Walmart pickup. I feel like they always say something's out of stock that isn't, and it's like hard for me to think of what I need if I'm not in the store. I don't know why, because I shop for everything else online, but for some reason groceries, I feel like I need to go in and look at them to know what I need to buy. So anyway, we're headed there right now. Today's Wednesday, so I've been back at work. I actually worked, this is my first week in the office. So Monday and Tuesday I was in the office, which I'm only ever in the office 2 days a week like that. That's how all of us are now ever since COVID. I think I always say that on here. But during COVID, we weren't in the office at all for a long time. I mean, we went to the office, but not like for our hours, specific hours. And we had like Zoom meetings and stuff, kind of like everybody else was doing. And then after things kind of settled down a little bit, we just went to 2 office days a week. We used to do 4. And so it's been really nice. The whole time I've been a mom, I've only had that schedule. And so that's actually been like literally one of the best things ever for me. It's exactly what I wanted. And you know, I take the kids with me to work anyway, but obviously that's also, you know, it's a lot of work, to be honest. I'm glad I get to do it, and I'm so thankful to do it, but obviously I'd rather be at home, just to be honest. So it's nice to only have those 2 days, and then we still work. I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot of the time I'm able to get more done at home, just because, you know, I don't know why, honestly. I just feel like it's just you're almost like kind of by yourself, and you're just thinking more about it and stuff like that. So I have no problem working from home. I know a lot of people hate it or feel like they can't get anything done. I really enjoy it, and I think it's because I was homeschooled, so I'm kind of used to that, like just doing things on my own. That's what I always did, and so it's not weird to me, you know, to sit at home and do work, or to sit, like, that's what I've always been used to doing. And so I really enjoy working from home. And so yeah, anyway, this week was our first week back at the office. Monday had a staff meeting. I haven't been to a staff meeting in a few weeks. It's actually the longest that I've ever not gone. For Zion, I actually had a little bit less time. It was similar, but a little bit less. So anyway, Lazarus went with me to the staff meeting, and just so I could nurse him if I needed to do that. Zion always went with me as well when he was smaller. Now he doesn't go to the meetings, but he does come into the office a lot. Every week he's there, you know, for some parts of those days. But Lazarus went with me. I didn't actually end up needing to feed him during the meeting. But he just slept the entire meeting. They were actually making comments about they couldn't believe how he sleeps. Both of our boys have been like that, especially with contact naps. They will not wake up for a long time. So yeah, he just slept through. I was holding him. He just slept through the meeting, and really very simple. So that was really good, because the staff meeting is kind of like I would say like the most professional thing that I do all through the week. Not that it's super professional, but you know, you kind of have to be alert and be listening and stuff. So, and both of our boys have just been really good with that, and just I've never had a problem bringing them, or they're not criers or really fussers or anything like that. So it's just been easy to do that. As long as they're fed and changed, we're good. We can just sit in the meeting. So I'm so thankful I get to bring them. I know that that's a very rare thing. Even in churches, this is not how churches usually operate. It's not just because I work in a church. This is not normal, and I'm very aware of that and very thankful. Yeah, it's been a good week. Got some stuff done. Still have some more things to do. We have church tonight. We are just getting things done. Okay, so both of the boys are asleep right now, which isn't rare for Lazarus. Obviously, he's still a newborn, so he falls asleep a lot. But Zion has never, I think I tell you guys this, never used to sleep in the car. Ever. I mean, I think the last time he did, he was like probably Lazarus's age, maybe a little bit older, and then that was it. Once he started being awake more and having like more wake windows, he never slept in there. You couldn't get him to. I mean, we would go on trips to Dallas, which is like 2.5, sometimes 3, depending on where you're going, hours away. Like our clinic is about 3 hours away, the fertility clinic. We would leave at like 5 a.m., you know, or earlier, and have to get in the car and be gone for half the day. And he was even younger, and he literally wouldn't sleep the whole day. He would just be like wide awake the whole time. So this is wild that he sleeps in the car now. So yeah, they're both asleep. He even stayed asleep when we were getting our pickup and people were talking and stuff. Like we stopped the car and he stayed asleep. It's crazy. So that's kind of like a big win, because he needed a nap today and he would not lay down and take a nap. Guys, we're going to church tonight, so usually I don't really care if he takes a nap. Like, he can just go to bed early, but today he can't go to bed early because we're going to be at church until probably after 8, so it will be his normal bedtime when he takes a nap. So he needs a little nap. It won't be as long as it normally is, but a little something at least. All right, we got a Christmas tree. Man, can you watch that monitor? We got a Christmas tree, and we're gonna open it up. Zion has been waiting patiently for the baby to go down for a nap to open the Christmas tree.
We
had to get a new one this year because our old one just was given out. So we had to get. Yeah, we put one out in our sunroom as well. And I think we showed that in another vlog. So let's open it up.
Yeah.
You tighten him, he'll probably stay in it. Great.
So we can fluff it out.
And you flip it out. Look up.
So long, so we've got like connected on it or something? Yeah, I think so.
I can't reach.
You don't have to reach all of it. You can reach this part. You do this part, we'll do the taller part. Okay? You got your ornament? We'll decorate it here in a little bit too. We've got other ornaments I'll get out and decorate, okay?
Oh, have you got all of it? Is that
Okay, ready, Zai?
do?
Wow. What do you think? Is it good?
You like it, Zai?
It's funny, on the camera it looks like it's not all lit up. There we go. Now it does. That looks weird. It was in focus at first, but no.
Zai, you like it?
You like the tree?
Is that colorful?
Wow, those colorful ones are nice, huh?
Is that colorful name?
That's colorful, yeah. It's pretty.
I didn't like this one. No, Mommy.
Wow. Alright, so we're just hopping on to end this vlog so we can start a new one. Thank you for watching. Remember, you are incredible. Jesus loves you. See you in the next one.